Ace Bailey is like a super interesting case right now. Kind of started with him at the combine where he measured 6'7.5", and he was listed as 6'10" at Rutgers. Now we're used to seeing some variance in that. My partner Clark Kellogg calls it program height when he listed a guy. That's just program height. So, but that was a little bit bigger than usual. And it's fascinating that these NBA scouts can watch a guy play in person so much, and yet they measure small at the combine, and somehow they're surprised by that. Like you'd think that they would be able to figure that out. Same thing happened, by the way, to Jace Richardson at Michigan State, who measured close to 6 feet tall as a guy who's projected as a two guard at the next level. Ace Bailey, the way he conducted his media session at the combine, it was just a little off. It was just he's a young kid. He's certainly immature. He's a little goofy, like a lot of young kids are. I'm all for confidence. I think that's a great quality, and they say youthful ignorance is bliss. But let's be honest. I mean, Rutgers had 2 lottery picks, potentially top 5 picks on the team, and they didn't make the NCAA tournament. So you might want to come in with a little bit more humility. And then he has been canceling workouts or not holding workouts. Now, he was supposed to have a workout with the Philadelphia 76ers, canceled it. You hear things like, he and his camp are trying to charge money for interviews. His agent wants to be paid to be interviewed. Just a lot of not great chatter around him. So it's kind of shades of Shedeur Sanders. Now, he's not going to fall nearly as far. I don't see him getting past maybe 6 or 7. But for a guy who, back in November and December, you heard about him as maybe being the number 1 pick. I was surprised in my conversations with NBA scouts, kind of how maybe not down on him, but how unsure they were about him. And I'll tell you that, throughout the course of the season, I never heard one negative vibe on him coming out of Rutgers, that he was an attitude problem, none of that. So I think this is a lot more immaturity, but it might also be a reflection of who's in his camp and who's in his ear at this stage of the process.